Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where awkwardness is ensuing. We had a really awkward set of successions there. We now have to fight for Yemen again, and we can win that easily enough. That's not a problem. Yeah, we're being raided. This is all a thing. Should feudalize tribal holdings. Yep, there's a disabled building. Absolutely. We're not going to call on these guys right now. We're holding them in reserve. We can negotiate a few alliances, and we should do this. I didn't realize that these were available, but we should definitely do this in case any of these happen to actually be useful. So potential alliance negotiations include quite a number of these. Okay, I think we already got this guy. These guys would not accept, generally speaking. Okay, let's go through every single one of these. Apparently I have to mash escape multiple times to make that go away. That's exciting. But let's just take a quick look here. I don't think any of these will accept it. No, okay. We can ransom this guy, and that's probably fine to do. We could use the cash. So the question at this point is a couple of things. One, are these guys going to attack us here? I would if I was them. Okay. We managed to get that occupation done. We're going to walk off over this way. Do we have any siege commanders? No. As a follow-up, how powerful are these guys really? Well, this guy is basically half of this faction, right? He's very upset at us due to various reasons, but it's mostly because we've had very awkward successions. Very, very awkward successions. Now, he's got a daughter. For some reason, it's not letting us marry her. Or, well, be betrothed at this age. It's not letting us be betrothed to her for some strange reason. I don't know why that is exactly, because we do have an available secondary spouse slot. I would absolutely love to do this. No valid characters found. Well, we have this daughter here. Okay. I would definitely like to do that. If we could get rid of this, the Liberty faction isn't that big of a deal. There's also, like, he has two different daughters that we should qualify for here. Which is kind of wild. And we don't have any siblings, apparently. Yeah, this guy's our player heir and brother. This guy's our brother and acclaimed knight. Our mother is currently unmarried. This guy should have access to additional secondary spouses. So, why is our mother not showing up here? There must be something preventing it. They're the correct religion and the correct culture. He's got a spouse regent right now, sure, but that's reasonably fine. Our mother is not appearing in the list. Is she not in our court? Hang on. No, she is. She definitely is. Okay, that's interesting. Sort by opinion of us. This is not sorted by opinion. Okay, that is exciting. That is exciting indeed. Okay. Well, I'm looking for somebody who's minus 100. But I don't think they're in the list. Fascinating. This is only within our court, of course. So, if we arrange marriage here, I want to put him on one side. I don't know why it's not letting me do this. This is very, very strange. But I'm going to pause the recording here, and I'll be back in a moment once we've got this a little bit more figured out. We need to get an alliance with this guy. Period. End of story. See you guys in a moment. Okay, so I have no idea why it won't let us marry his daughter, or let him marry our mother. That's very strange to me, but I did end up breaking the betrothal. Now, she was betrothed to this guy. He's going to now be allowed to join factions, but I'm considering this to be more important here. So we're going to send this proposal, and he joins the Liberty faction, I believe. Okay, so these guys are now too weak to send an ultimatum. Now we can work on the Liberty faction here. And this guy is the primary problem here. This is our cousin. We would be able to negotiate an alliance with him, but he's not very happy with us. What's he upset about? He is upset because, I mean, he wants a seat on the council. Opinion of predecessor? Yeah, everybody hated our predecessor. Unpreferred heir? Yeah. He would be a decent marshal. Yeah, we could replace this guy with him as marshal. So that puts him still at minus 100 opinion. So he's definitely capped there. He desires a couple of sheikdoms. Yanbu and Herat Rahat. Okay. These are definitely going to be ours. This guy is a problem. But a war against tyranny is something that we can handle. Right? Especially if we bring in allies. Yes, these guys are a little bit on the powerful side. And we do need to make our way up over here. Cool. We need to get out of this war. This war would be in 2 months, allegedly. This guy showed up. Sure, we'll take his 50 gold. I accept your generous gifts. Delightedly. Apparently we had smallpox. Sure. Now the main question here is, do we capture anybody useful in this battle? And the answer to that is a definite maybe. Okay. That put us at 64%. We stack wiped them. We're going to hop down here and start up this siege. Then I'm going to split our force in half. And we're going to walk down here, and I guess we're going to fight these guys. Because we're looking to start up a second siege here. Now, we're going to have to call in allies, almost certainly, to deal with this Liberty faction. They can send their ultimatum at any time. We'll see when they choose to do so. But they'll probably choose to do so when it's most inconvenient, if I had to guess. So we're going to get these sieges going here. We're doing 3 at a time right now. We definitely need to work our way back up in our vassals' good graces. Okay, this is happening again up here. The Liberty faction is a thing. I will not be threatened. And we're going to immediately, yep, he declares war. That's expected. We're going to immediately call in our house members into the Liberty War. And this is just free. This is a defensive war, remember. Okay, we can't call this guy in. We can call this guy into the Liberty War completely free because it's defensive. Now we need to do something about this situation. So this guy is still a problem. Cousins are not close enough to get us an alliance. 50 reasons to not negotiate due to his opinion of us. Again, he wants a seat on the council, opinion of predecessor, and yes, we broke a betrothal. This is definitely something that we did. Yes. Short reign, we mostly just need to get this under control, right? That's what we need more than anything. This guy getting out of this faction would be absolutely huge. This is our aunt here. I really wish we could get our mother in there. She is unmarried, and she's in our court. Interestingly, I noticed that this is our father here. She has a previous spouse who is also our father. So I don't know if that is causing her to be bugged here, but it's definitely interesting. Definitely interesting indeed. Now, this guy would not accept our enforced demands here, obviously. We have our ally coming in, and our ally should be capable of dealing with this war for us. We can actually transfer this guy elsewhere, and we may well want to do that. Is he involved in any of this? I don't know if he is, but let's get him out of here anyway. That gives us an empty marshal position. Okay. Now, that's very interesting there, that gave us a marshal position. Son of Prince Ilias. Okay, that is still our vassal. Noted. Okay, so in that case, we need to get this guy. Actually, no, this guy a little happier. So what's he good at? He's an okay marshal, actually. We did break the betrothal, and I'd like to set up a new one. I really would. Unfortunately, the only person we can do that with, he only has sons. The only person we can do that with is by having our mother marry him, which is not showing up as an option. She's in our court. We can find her a spouse, but he's not available as an option. If our war with our brother was over... Okay, how powerful would this be? 121%? They're probably going to be hostile to each other, I think. Now, are these guys coming down to attack this force? Wait, is this siege not going? Are we not sieging here? We should be sieging here. Wait. This guy has his own rebellions now. Okay, things are getting really, really awkward. Noted. So we have to walk down over this way. We cannot siege here, but we can come this direction. Okay. Things are getting really awkward. No doubt about that. This guy had a new son just now. That doesn't help us, unfortunately. Is there anything we can do with this guy? No, once again, our mother doesn't show up here. Potentially any child? Non-betrothed people here? No. Man, this is getting really awkward. And these guys are claiming their right to rule. They don't actually have the right to rule. They're claiming it. We can call people into this as well. And we'll do so. This guy is expecting a council position. Yeah, that's expected. Call you in. Actually, you cannot. But you can. Call you in here. Cool. So if that's the case, we're going to find a spouse for our mother that is a powerful alliance, I think. That's the most powerful alliance? I beg to differ. It's not actually changing anything. Okay. Is this all within? Hang on. Let's do arranged marriage. None of these are alliance power either. This is all internal. Okay. There's something very strange going on with our mother. There's no doubt about that. We're going to find a spouse for ourselves then with decent alliance power. 1682? I mean... Or 1862, rather. It's not terrible. Cool. So we'll do that for now, and we can call in that alliance in theory. Oh, he just auto-joined it? And I don't want to call this guy into this war. I want him to fight the other wars. Okay. Looks good. So there's that alliance there, and then we bring somebody else in. We can call allies into this war. We want to call this into this one. And of course he will join. And then we'll call him into this one. Beautiful. So, we need to hold our capital. That is absolutely something that we need. And these guys are just kind of running around for the moment. We're in a giant civil war here. And given our successions, I can't say I'm shocked about that. We need to get this war done first. That is kind of priority 1. This guy's a powerful vassal. We'll put him in there. This siege is over. Our allies are on their way in at this moment. We can probably raise additional forces, and we should. Anyone that we can raise, we should. Mecca's under siege. Yep, I'm not shocked about that. So let's get this siege done. 45 days there. And then we're going to go up over... Actually, they're not sieging Mecca anymore. They were here, but they're now leaving. Okay. For the time being, this seems fine. But this is a giant mess. No doubt about that. So we're at 71% right now. We'll help them rebuild. We're going to run out of cash pretty soon, but for now, this is fine. We're going to group these guys together and come up here and fight this. We're in like a trillion different wars here. But up we go. We have allies running around. I'm hoping this will end this war. It did. Okay, so we enforce those demands. These guys are going to head up here. We see these guys having reinforcements come in. At least this war is finally over. Can we raise additional forces? A few. And so we shall. So we're going to have these guys all group up over this way. Where are our allies at right now? Here comes a decent chunk of them. Where are the others at? I have no idea. All the way up here, currently busy fighting other stuff, is where our powerful allies are. Okay, cool. So he's got about 3,000 here. We have similar numbers. What are his men-at-arms looking like? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Let me pin that open. There we go. Okay, so Mubarazun, sure. Not too scary on the men-at-arms front. Okay. So, let's check our total troop count here. In the Liberty War, 3428, 5,000 in the Sultanate War. The Sultanate War is definitely the more dangerous one. With these guys coming in, I want to move up and attack here. We will be the defenders here, remember. Our allies are here. We can move through and win this relatively easily at this moment. Beautiful. Now, we may end up having to white piece one or more of these wars. We did get a martial perk there, and we will take Serve the Crown. Control growth is really good here, I feel like. We have probably incredibly low control right now. So, this is the Liberty War. This guy's the war leader here. Do we just go up here and siege this and just kind of ignore these lads for the moment? I feel like that's kind of okay for right now. Like, we wipe out the Liberty War. We have ticking at this moment, and then we can focus on this war. They're heading up here right now. They're retreating directly to that capital. We might be able to catch them over here again and fight them again. These guys are coming in here? Okay, that's kind of foolish. We'll stack wipe that, for sure. And then we'll head up over this way and see what we can catch. Okay, there's an independence faction against us. I can't say I'm shocked about that at this moment. It's literally just this guy. What can we do about him? Not much right now, I think. Everybody's so angry. I mean, it was really, really awkward successions in quick succession. So that's going to happen. Sure, show in the Emir. We'll take some gold. I love it. Okay, so we're going to hit here. Somebody gains 30 opinion of us. Yes. This guy is just this guy. Nothing else right now. So for the moment, I don't think there's too much we can do here. Other than hopefully have additional children. That would be nice. How long on this siege? 9 months? Okay, and we have no siege leaders, correct? Oh, no, we do have a siege leader here. Beautiful. We already have a breach here as well. So, we're going to get that done, and then we'll head up over this way, is the idea. This may happen. I don't know. We'll see. Everybody's so angry. I mean, I don't blame them. This is a really, really awkward situation for us. No doubt about it. But we've got it much more under control at this moment. So that's looking good. The siege is going very, very well. I'm hoping that this siege ends this war. I'm hoping. So 40 days here. 20 days. 15 days. And... okay, 96. Good enough. Ticking will get us there. We're going to head off over this direction now. And hope that our allies come with. So yeah, ticking war score will get us to 100 fairly soon here. These guys are walking down this way, but they're not going to get this sieged before this war ends. So this should not be a threat. Beautiful. This war is now over. We enforce those demands. Now that we have these guys being quote-unquote loyal again, we're going to raise up additional forces over here. And we're on our way over. Okay. So these guys are just doing sieges out over here. For the moment, they've kind of almost trapped themselves here. There are two ways to go here. Sure, we'll take the large gift. We got a sword. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So we're just going to group up over here, right? Definitely. We'll group up. I don't want you to go down there, bud. I want to come up over this way and fight this guy. Yeah, come with. All we had to do is signal our intent there by ordering this move. I don't necessarily actually want to do this battle right now. Maybe I do, actually. These guys are a bit behind. We get there in 4 months. Yeah, we get there before they end this siege. This call to war. Sure, we kind of can't help. But, sure. We'll pretend that we're joining. Okay, we're locked in here. Our allies are a long ways away here, but we have the defensive... the defensive bonus here. So we win this actually without our allies even. Beautiful. That ends up being very, very solid, and we're going to start sieging these back. Okay. I'm going to split our force in half here, and we're going to move up over here since these are so close together. We do need a new marshal, and it really should be somebody who's a powerful vassal, like this guy. That'll do. Okay, 10 and 8 months on these sieges, respectively. This has been really awkward, no doubt about that. Who's the war leader here? The war leader is this guy. Noted. Okay, do we have any siege weapons over here from our ally? We do not. We can transfer this guy over. The Prince of Yemen? Hang on. Who controls the Kingdom of Yemen right now? The kingdom title. We do. In that case, this is fine. That said, our brother is unmarried. We negotiate an alliance with our brother, who we just took the kingdom title from. Wait, we have daughters now? Hang on a moment. We got daughters. Beautiful. So we have options there. That sounds good. That sounds very, very good. We're going to get these sieged back in 6 months. Sure. I'm just keeping an eye on these guys. These out over here as well. This war, keep in mind, we don't care about. This war is kind of irrelevant to us. We cannot participate in it. We've got other problems at this moment. They're embarking. Now that's remarkable. I did not expect them to embark here and sail off this direction. Very interesting indeed. So we just need these 3 counties then. This is about to fall. And we're going to go group up over here while intercepting some of these forces. That's the idea here. We have a new martial perk, and we are going to take controlled territory defender advantage, I guess. Not that that's going to help us in this battle, but yeah, this war was lost. We're not shocked about that. But we're now positive over here. This is the only war that we're in, and we do have a significant advantage in it now. So we're going to group these guys together. 9 months here. We are in debt, and that is painful. And this guy, he's rounded up a few friends, but we have daughters now. So we can do things like this. Beautiful. He exits that faction, and they're now too weak to send an ultimatum. Okay, I'd love it if you'd send some of those onagers up our way. No? No, he's not interested. Do anything with those onagers? No, he's not interested. Okay, we lost this siege. Where is this? Down over this way? Okay, we have allies in this area. So for the moment, I'm not going to be too concerned about that. We're going to take this back. We're going to go hit the war leader's capital, is the idea. This was definitely very awkward. No doubt about that. We're going to head on over this direction. The embarkation is rough. That'll be 27 gold, but we'll do it anyway. This guy we're going to need to make an alliance with, and that's reasonably fine. We can definitely do that now that we're starting to produce some children. So that'll be fine. There we go. Beautiful. And now all we need to do is finish up this war. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to see if we can get this done. We definitely can. The major question at this point is, how far in debt are we going to go? But this has been one heck of a succession. No doubt about that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadow Wolf, and Lohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kintogan, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.